Arsenal AE.
Are you talking about number?
Yeah, the number and the personnel involved, individuals no. So
personnel
like the individual players no more no. Because for example, Gabriel Jesus tried and tested in the Premier League. So that boy from FC Porto, what follow now? Fabio Vieira, very good midfielder in terms of.
Without reference to for years, Arsenal window said that because Metima come back. No one will say consistently. Arsenal have been spending during windows. Don't forget the last season. Arsenal the number of players by. I mean, just sure said the quality of these players. A chain warm.
No, ask me. The difference is that, for example, more the white, more the goalkeeper Ramsey, and more the Odegaard. By this, now when the top guys are official, when the back team, no. But once we know, Osha, more you are trying to. If you say no, Arsenal has been a top 4. I be at least.
Because one far we now me dear anymore. Very nice discussion. But the other be dear anymore.
Okay, Arsenal trying to be in the top 4. That's not scoring 61 goals. Now the problem was goals because your teams now Arsenal no compete now in terms of.
Oh yes, Arsenal trying to keep their faith position because I thought I'm no D4 for no more. No league no occupy.
The players and
Liverpool City, Chelsea, and so I'm trying to have a very big
tough one.
I think the trend is that one you know in the Premier League will be catchy.
Tough one.
Will be at
least tough one. City in Liverpool at least. Manchester different league. Now Chelsea, almost transfer no more now. Also struggle because of Papa Bayern. Or yet say Roman Abramovich, who believes in go, spend it. And you know, they are also going to struggle in terms of pitches. Go on spending like how Roman was spending. It's up to now. Some are leaving, but Obiang and a Chelsea team like we saw last season, actually say with this team, they can compete with these South 2 teams, you know. So Chelsea must beef up. Tottenham also, the Omuya NHS say, and so must beef up. But so far, Perisic and Bissouma, and enough. Oh, she Arsenal team now. Me feel say a lack of experience and at the point in time injury. Because me feel say upon the last day no nke Partey fit. Anya be out of one on betimi Sometymer dey free. Based on the ball na mo no. E do baby no Partey lack of inconsistency. Sabo no free Belgium by went me ambambe shemiye etiema tokro beda ho yie pa. So as I started drawing and games and question come draw eti so far I offer Gabriel Saba though me feel say so on the highest in the league 14 goals or share. So we have 14 and or share 13 the aka na 7 8 9 but you argue go here na on share nya no bebre sa atiti because of say since I buy and say on the main target man of Man City because there was certain stage could have
grown. You are looking at the number of matches our boy in a season.
No, say no but most of them are substitute. Because here now on board less than 25 games Premier League from Man City since or joining here. And that or more. But most of them, you know, he comes in as a sub. So in the ball matches, but most of them as a sub. As much as say on my more goals, say be about to say, oh, me cock or play top 4. Now my top man, and I say main striker Gabriel Jesus. What in the goals compare the other top strikers now? Maybe I thought they are came baba. Maybe and the City the Ellen Haaland baba. Liverpool the likes of Salah baba. And all those guys, even Pono, United both admit in say or Cristiano Ronaldo, who gives you more goals. When you compare Gabriel Jesus, I think say all these clubs are a better scorer than Gabriel Jesus. But I will give you the benefit of that. Say, Yan Shan is also what be the main man. Say team after every team around Gabriel Jesus. This is our top scorer. Only goals, no, he's our hope for goals. at Arsenal, maybe are there who can see the best out of Gabriel Jesus. So far, I like the way Edu is doing his signings. That boy, I told you about that boy Vieira. Very good midfielder. I never call him a pie, especially pass. I didn't Odegaard here no. Also, yeah, even if and yet the same better. That passes no. Now last season, I never call Arsenal here pa. I had their source of creating chances. I say, what me Odegaard? No one any day. That's not team struggles because goals no. Their top scorer Smith, Bukayo Saka, from the wings. It's occasionally Odegaard will create something from the middle. But so we a team. Now I can't supply me from Odegaard. Arsenal struggle. By now, so the problem become one. The Chinese say they have two creative midfielders. Obey me IBB in midfield for Arsenal. So far I like the signings though. I still believe that Kamunya defensive midfielder bia ebe kan because Jaka no on share anya two onjina hosa okono aba but unyo obi a ono no nkobe gina sa center backs na nima because White and Gabriel enya bad sa but dem akwa me hu ni say omu like center backs too expose I don't say however good they are.
Okay.
It's so far I like the way signings is good. And then current was here there. So United as a prisoner say. Current one.
I don't know me petty.
Yeah, current one there. Yeah, pass.
And then as you
say Ten Hag in the place.
Why war so they no and now the one war.
They bono dey say.
Na year war no. War na nem from afa no. Eno ye Holland ni na we.
First Lisbon.
So from maybe fa baby. But we do so omo atwa.
Atwa.
About 15 mm.
Coach Biao Guardiola mo tap no mo pe yam pass no.
Sana we tie.
Sana tie. They almost a grass no form. So the pass can go fast. Pa.
Na Ragnick when grass no.
E so no say kan oba no. Mid season.
Na fu awie.
Mid season. And I feel about baby bia but we there ono mo ko pre-season.
Okay.
It's no e say grass no nti afi Old Trafford that grass no e the form.
Okay.
Because ball no pa. So it's no ono go finish here. E don't do nkomo. This is my philosophy. The other guys will come and join. So be any time of Ronaldo Mona will join late. They will come and join the team. Now there's one boy obe only seen this season. Alexander Garnacho.
What?
The Argentine international.
Okay.
17 years.
One is so nyame boy.
Oh, no, at Argentina. I tell first as I friend no, Bobby.
17 years they say he's one for the future.
And you know, we will listen.
Baby baby.
How many listen this season? It's a team this season. United Ten Hag I say a pass on kwa.
Okay.
A pass on kwa. And you know, another current here there all the guys have come. I've told you say United ends spending match and that's ends and be because Ten Hag believes say quality United or quality. How to set up the team and create because Ronaldo arguably Premier League he's the best striker in the Premier League. There's no striker in the Premier League that compare Ronaldo.
Okay. Okay.
Haaland unti vanu compare Ronaldo. Obi not Ronaldo.
Okay.
But how to play, set up the team and create chance for Ronaldo was the problem. And with Ten Hag no, the United team will play to suit Ronaldo unti pa. Unti Otra for better this year. And I like that with Van der Beek never papa. So we see the best of Van der Beek. Unti papa Abba and you know
the papa Abba says
Ten Hag so and at Ajax. Until only me pa.
Antonio Masasa
Waba. So loan waba. Osbeka team no if you able to prove himself say yeah own panel kono ba misaka. I want the
no we one is available.
Maybe am saka there sa Ten Hag born on team Bobby.
Okay.
Ten Hag born on team.
Captain Yengoy.
Yes, I think
to maximum 2. Oh, I'm on
aside with Zakito
from when you Ghana.
Aside with Zakito on the accession of Arsenal to a greater extent, I think that I feel that this particular season I'm happy for Arsenal team for the business they are doing in the transfer market. Say if I'm not afraid, I make say in recent years it's getting to be the best or it's been the best as far as players from the urban. You know, the concentration has been first or more upfront, the attack, because they've lost Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, they've lost Lacazette, and for that you need an established striker. I mean, I describe Gabriel Jesus as an established striker. Even last season, no, Omar 13 goals, no. He was able to give about 12 or 11 assists. So, the involvement in goal scoring, and like Nazakito Kano, he's been a victim of circumstance. It is because he has not been given that role. Don't say you are our dependable top marksman, and for that, yeah, they will be at the end of the day. Most of them coming in, as the games are morning now, all born as a sub. And with Arsenal, I know so to me, a lot of opportunities and game time. Now, to me, he comes up with a lot of options. You can play him on the, as a front man. You can play him on the left. You can play him on the right, and all these are things that by Arsenal team. Me free said last season they did very well. Just that. Now, I'm considering almost getting to the end of the season now. So, to me, Abua push Arsenal up front going forward now. I think that Arsenal bit to challenge for the top four now. It's alive now with these players, Fabio Vieira. Then we are talking about Gabriel Jesus. Say if they are able to get Rafinha and Omo Pedro Canhua, it will be good because now what Arsenal is trying to do is there's a Rafinha bar. The likelihood of Nicolas Pepe, every free Arsenal, and so because on no bar the upgrade of Nicolas Pepe, even though on the record player team no as spend his career turn and so by on team the kind of football and Arsenal expecting from him no. So I think that with this Arsenal business no thumbs up and you will see what happen. They are good to go with these players. Because I must say a question on how Manchester City looks like say more open to allow some of their players, which I believe say they are not players or more body born form, but rather no. I am me put a question: why would they open the gate like that? And they players like Bernardo Silva on opportunity or because Barcelona if they are able to do good business or because Raheem Sterling. It looks like Chelsea is bidding around 50 to 55 million pounds for his signature, and the information I want to say Pep Guardiola is okay to allow him to go. Zinchenko is also a player. It's a team be a pushima among others. Because all these players, I believe, are top notch players. For example, we say Raheem Sterling. Say if me a Chelsea between or no any Barcelona player Dembele. Quickly, me hesitate in going for Raheem Sterling for what he has been able to do even under Pep Guardiola since he joined Manchester City. The kind of football, the kind of goals or dema, and how consistent he has been. As against Ousmane Dembele injury only last season or two and ultimately well. So if Chelsea is going to pay something around 55 million pounds for Raheem Sterling, I think I will push for that. And information I'm getting is that the owners of Chelsea now, Tom Bowley, is all acting as in charge of transfer and that stuff. You know, because they are only coach not discuss here very soon. Maybe by the end of the week, who say Raheem Sterling joining Chelsea. All these players, any had the opportunity to play for Manchester City, they flourish. To be honest with you, Raheem Sterling, who compare no time of Liverpool. Adebakwa na ebetimi that describe bonus no wasteful. But under Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, we improve the skill, we improve the goal scoring ability among other things. So and they say nyano they abeka Chelsea team e ho na me feel say Lukaku kwa na so okona it will be good for them. So whatever the case is, say if Chelsea will push for him or will pay and make sure say obetima cementing this abra coach, you know, I'm okay for him to go out, it will be good. So I think it's good for
but statistics don't support it or analysis
on who?
On Raheem Sterling. He's dropping.
It is because of the game time.
So
because of the game time.
At clubs to say Man City.
Yes.
One, you need to free your wage bill. 20 player if you're better than bench abano if he's taking so much Because they say no, you are registering about 22 to 25 players.
Yeah.
Senior players.
Yeah.
Now, so one heavyweight bill now, you put players on the bench and you'll be paying them 300 and 350.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, one more balancing books, no be catch us. So the Haaland aba no be say wages. Or more a was thrown out here, regular no. Let's do business and get money.
In business, that is good.
Yes. Compare business anyway.
Yes.
Yes. If you obey Bernardo Silva, ebia na I don't know what to call DB see your just statistics.
I'm sick, no. View no.
Ebia but ebia Raheem Sterling, he was scoring around 31, 25 no by to 31. Last 2 seasons, 14 goals.
Yeah.
This season 17 in all competitions. Tom Kikabum sana. Then Beyond Becker say he's coming down. So one for now because I'm kind of 1 year be near the one man and contema next year obeba be and the omono de omu kan nyina boom.
And the good thing is that a city any team be a maintain Raheem Sterling any team mostly but other city no almost the ability to bring in new and quality.
Any team I will not argue, but me sure. Like I'm saying, they do this. Where look at a fine player to say a Chelsea defender or command Rudiger. Because they couldn't manage the situation.
Yeah, because who's on the contract end
Coco last year, and only 25 million crack. That is good money.
Yeah,
and I think these are an more when you'll be out 16, 18. Who was what to bench? He's a problem. Players you don't put them on the bench, they will create all sort of confusion.
Yeah, that's
kind of disciplinary issues. And almost any but we look at the performance alone.
Yeah.
Asembaku Biaka in the last 5 years. A man for man Koya Menia Japan say Ronaldo is the best striker in the Premier League. Ubianka Menia Nepa papa.
Open record. I won't argue with anybody for that. So standard was city.
I know near the best striker.
So we can be Canada about what
I don't know what is that.
What is that?
I didn't say no cover Messi. We become Messi as how can say? Just yesterday.
Messi.
Just yesterday.
I don't Messi.
Who can say?
I did not dispute the but I did not dispute, but they say
I don't know what say nipa yentenenka.
I never said that. I didn't say.
He said he's the best player.
I said between Messi, maybe I have always maintained that the best player. And no Messi, say yentenenka.
I didn't go find yentenenka by okay.
So because the car said Heron say he's the best player of all time. What does he?
All time.
All time.
And as I say,
and I'm sorry, but say yentenenka.
Okay. Ronaldo Diano.
Africa come back to.
What's the best striker in the Premier League? And
yes.
Adenya, what's the wire that then?
I don't know. Last season, among all the strikers, we sell a striker. Or she goes in striker behind the Premier League.
That's okay.
No, Salah is not the striker.
Ronaldo
Salah is the
Ronaldo striker.
Anopay me pese yidi eye Arsenal ho nkomo kakra ba anopay me ba me share former manager Ojufe was ne yonko pa no anti odin kra bia ma me iwi am de ba oso hu wache na pese nkonfo soro ha ba wontimi amfo na odin kra na ma me ti iwi a
okay
me den kra na be ma so now oba ho be fine pa
bam so the me wedding reception corona you for someone in the wall
also te won
December 2000
tibia wa kama so the MC Premier League ni so far it looks like Arsenal na spend the power
no say last year Arsenal was the biggest spender
yes
and we pepe and we see last year Arsenal spent more than any club
yes.
And this year, even there are reports in some circles say, "Omo we Rafinha."
Oh yes. Enra.
Deep Arsenal.
Enra na.
And they will sell 2 more. Money is talking.
Sika ofi. Yeah to nyina no. Ade ba ko eduru a wo ne Arsenal supporters ne bi ti say Kwame Arsenal. E bi ti say Nestu me aminua. Ene other Arsenal supporters ne hwe ne mu ye. How Mikel Arteta will line up his team next season for the Premier League. Penifo was in Biomo Commerce Namdodo and Senkwan. But Namdodo who hit me Senkwan. Especially say taste ni different. I know the goon quine ma fe young quine taste ni. And they say Arsenal and nam sa quine so. Say what the mention say. Because me to minim with all these signings and speculations. Let's say Arsenal nya Rafinha. Arsenal after Alessandro Martinez, the Argentine international Ajax. Nti emfa ne se ye wie ni nyina na Arsenal nya these players. How Arsenal line up next season? Nti say oh ya Teta. Say na ka be line up Arsenal team next season.
Rafinha and the Kebemana bo as a wing back.
Mama Rafinha ba. It will dem am line up na ha de.
Phobia about 3 weeks. E be jina team bia na ne de.
O de am line up goalkeeper.
With the Omaba CCA.
O de emfa with this
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale. Right back.
Tomiyasu.
Right back. Left back.
Kylian Tierney.
Okay, 2 center backs.
Center backs. But I come to say I'm Alessandro Nambebo based on his style. In film, Pate. And Zaka.
Okay.
Na Usudia na Saka
on the right.
On the right. Competition. Yeah, last 4 matches in the Premier League.
Okay.
Okay. Into Brantina Rafinha. Na Pablo Vieira. Gabriel Jesus. Odegaard on the home free muda. Odegaard in the da obebo. No more cannot pray for position back on can. Sport for choice. The woman you bear 5.
Yeah, born again for line up into screen so near here Adia Kakre.
Yeah, ni bring your man.
This is a possible lineup of Arsenal next season in the English Premier League. Ramsdale as their goalkeeper, White, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Tierney, Pate, Vieira, Saka, Odegaard, Rafinha, and Gabriel Jesus. We want to say
Brazil.
But they say Brazil Arsenal. Oh, say.
And Joma drop Zaka, Ghana Zaka. Now one better attack
Pate will do the attacking work.
Pate the target.
And Vieira also defensively is good. So on the match, I don't make catch or say the difference between David Silva, former Manchester City player, and say about attacking wise, pay, but ono add more defensive qualities to any game now. Obono, it's possible Arsenal will line up this way, but say Arsenal could find Lisandro Martinez, Mr. Two. Why not Lisandro Martinez?
Now the Gofirik said on extraordinary beer, or what to say and go for now.
Debbie. He comes in
a consultant, a specialist in Dutch football.
He comes
so
in.
He's like
he comes in with different qualities as a footballer, or a multi-talented footballer. Reason why I insist to say if it is not 50 million euros, don't come close to Lisandro Martinez. At the age of 24, Mr. Two. Once my catch say 2022 World Cup na be born a katano. Say me stick my neck out. From what I've watched, countries ni nyina ko World Cup no bia bo ama bia. This is a World Cup I think Argentina are well prepared than any other team going to the World Cup. And players ni be Lisandro Martinez kan. This is what he offers. Mizoto Obo as a left-sided center back.
Yeah, Gabriel is in trouble.
2 Obo as a left back. 3 Otimibo as a holding midfielder. It will for 3 rows here mediama we are. Player I'll bet me dinner to Lisandro Martinez on based on the star and Otimi occupy multiple positions. David Alaba. Alaba Timibo as a left back. Alaba Timibo as a center back. Alaba Timibo as a holding midfielder. spending 50 million on him 0-1. So what Arsenal last season their problem, most of their problem, Krentrini, one player since he joined Arsenal, Ultimate Arsenal a full season. He comes with a lot of injuries. Okay. We you see in China, Gabriel before last season, none so the same problem. On to me more the right side of Arsenal defense because he's a left-footed player. It's Ben White don't need any problem. But if Arsenal actually spending 50 million on Ben White, who plays at just one position, many sure say Arsenal, a better day their mom say they will spend a 50 million on a player or be a lot of options. Say Arsenal person mo attacking football, no mu throw all their Arsenals attacking Arsenals ni nyina. Edibo tie team bia. Ye betia bo Lisandro Martinez ne Thomas Partey won finfin. Ne ye pia forwards ni nyina ego for Arsenal to attack teams. Na menim say Bon Beboa in one of his best games in the Champions League, and me he saw video way because he played against one of the best center forwards in the game in Erling Haaland. Sa game na Ajax ekoshe Borussia Dortmund. Zoto watch his movement. Where be your opportunity to watch the video biano. Show the movement on one-on-one situation. How he tackles. Who you know in China? Show anticipation. It's only defender easily to bypass him. This season may much okay with how Arsenal are signing their players. Unim. My info be to say Gabriel Jesus in video in the screen is no. Your info be say Gabriel Jesus. You about 2018 World Cup new year no. And a Chiche, the Brazilian coach, Efre Gabriel Jesus. Also one should go be a World Cup no. Gabriel Jesus is classified as the next Luis Nazário de Lima in Brazil. Again, Ronaldo here. Ronaldo the end of Bema goes. At the same time, Obe take on players. When it comes to take-ons, Abia Ondru Ronaldo, but he's the few center forwards. Mizoto Mutimi taking on players. Uyi no ton chain. Yabo World Cup New Year one should go. And the teacher friend say, what is his preferred position? And pound of Pesobo. Gabriel Jesus say he prefers to play at the right side and answer the left side of the attack. No cutting. A two for Manchester City, Oba Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. Mizoto the best game at Manchester City. Eyomu game no mkobo against Real Madrid. One Kabaya. That was 2 or 3 seasons ago. Our coach go Manchester City. There you no more eliminated Real Madrid no. That was the best game. Pep Guardiola used to Kevin De Bruyne as a force number 9. And our ball Gabriel Jesus from the left side of the attack. And that evening, automatic Kabaya sa copy the game near here. Zoto. It is the best me chene say. Arsenal is getting a center forwarder. Utimibo multiple positions. We you see China. Lisandro Martinez. Utimibo multiple positions. Rafinha. Arsenal airpen on. Say Rafinha ba. It's not possible Arsenal will drop Granit Xhaka from the right side of the attack. Rafinha at the same time Betiabo at the left side. At the same time he can play at the right side of Arsenal attack. Granit Xhaka na yekana sorry. Bukayo Saka yekana simsisi. Bukayo Saka you play about multiple positions. Obetimi abo as a right back. Obetimi abo as a left back. Obetimi abo from the right side of Arsenal attack. Obetimi abo as the left side of Arsenal attack. It's all share
legend.
All share Arsenal team need this season and how they are doing their signings. They do na Mizoto. They are say they are buying players on Betimi occupy multiple positions. So what tell say? A teamer Mizoto say player ba kupra. Yemfa say ne Krentini player. Arsenal can easily move Lisandro Martinez to the left side. Say Granit Xhaka he can play that position. Fabio Vieira position the line up ni 2 screen so na obono. Mizoto. About the left side of Arsenal midfield no. Say Lisandro Martinez will betimi abo. It's share Arsenal signings ni pa. Enra say ohu Gabriel Jesus ebedru London na Edu Koshiano. Say born again the picture ni 2 screens na how wa 2 no mo ye na. It tells you say advantage in Arsenal over other teams in the Premier League, especially when it comes to signing Brazilian players. Edu. Why would Gabriel Jesus, a player elbow in the Champions League with Manchester City, prefer so be choose a club elbow in the Europa? Because of the trust of Oma Edu. Na Barcelona epeno. na Melana epeno. But Gabriel Jesus say he will come to Arsenal because say one to Brazil for Arsenal here, Mizoto. You can never live with them. And you need somebody who understands their culture. And some what we need Brazil for Arsenal. What about Africa? How much is a French for? It's Yagofa Rafinha ba, Mizoto. Yagofa Rafinha ba, Obabona sum kakra. Edua na dua, obe underground, akwa night club bi wo ho. Say what the mechana say. Say one to Brazil for Arsenal. Ebi obedu training grounds now your coach awon na ekon. But because Edu is there, he will just let you understand say masa. That is what makes them happy. They more money no no. Enti jano. Onko gina ni kakra. Omo na sum kakra. Obegina park no so obema resource. Eti nei ade ba ko a abeye key at Arsenal. Ma Arsenal because Mizoto this Tottenham ne Arsenal per Rafinha. Conte is mad about Rafinha. The second option here Richarlison of Everton. But Rafinha, so when Barcelona, he is pushing to join Arsenal. And man, the Champions League football. The dream of players or money opportunity to play in Europe is to play in Champions League. Say what did they mention? I say, but Rafinha feel say at Arsenal, obey more comfortable at home than moving to Tottenham Hotspur. Eti, Miloto, so we Rafinha na Lisandro Martinez eba. I think Arsenal will be pushing Ebema Premier League next season Premier League ni there Miloto. And no my best sound.
Antonio Conte na here signings here because of Belgian Premier League.
That be say
pushing to enter.
Oh, say OTM Arsenal American Kurana. My stance on the Premier League is even changing.
Pushing.
But the only problem I'm a Arsenal and say team no will grow with his coach.
Yeah.
On say oko other clubs now. Manchester City ever Pep Guardiola ni already he was a proving winner.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp proving winner. Tottenham proving winner. Arsenal Mikel Arteta is good but only team ni nyine bom. So what did they say?
To top players over to no nyina bom.
Yes, oko Manchester United Ten Hag aba. But Ten Hag only team ni nyina na ebe nyina bom. On say say coach
is. Now you signings to say more
Manchester United Mizoto on say dynamic kan omo problem ni say
17-year-old.
One major problem with Manchester United this season is say club will be a Manchester Beko or the basic Manchester United. Club will be a then say won't trade there you are not going to get the place. And they Mizoto it's been reported say Omane Barcelona almost through with Frankie de Jong. But the player insists say he wants to stay there. Ten Hag convinced no. Reason why on say Mizoto ade ba ko say Adana Meka Louis Van Gaal some chiro. When you watch the Premier League very well and the way you're footballer now choose Manchester United, you are taking a big risk. It's not certain. He said the Ober City and now Liverpool. Say nay, say City and Ekofa Frankie de Jong from Barcelona. He will run to them because a club are already recent years some track record say Barcelona ma Champions League football, City so much Champions League football. But nay Manchester must add you know. It's you need to convince a player more and send a player now accept it to play for Manchester United.
Okay.
Ebini Frankie de Jong there no. Say what the my player na tia say ahaya obey. O dey this season brand nyina make am bom ne play Champions League no. Say player no kwa bi oji 250 e won the club o dey osika no ye be ye no 400 amount. So what the mention say. So come na ye nyina yenko fight for Champions League.
Okay.
But ABS City entisa. It's Manchester the end to may assure say most of their business about the last stage of the transfer window.
Okay. Kofi, your interview before standby. Oh my accuse about first match.
Oh, okay.
Some of they on standby.
How am I ready to make us? Oh, sir. That'll be interesting. Legend, I think, sir.
Squad we Champions League squad. Europa squad.
What's that? But
Champions League squad.
The tenant is more better even two teams. Me hear teams now more better now. We said there are some players be where money crunch dan come home. Omo one for the future. Autobus ahwe sa makwen no so na modena ba no. Autobus ahwe ni ba. 19-year-old boy.
So train kakra.
We lead omo 16, we lead omo under 17. Say play bi. E pimo Brazil. No lead omo under 16. Eli do man under 17.
Like 17 years now Manchester never already offering.
Argentina.
Only lead near man.
Oh, that be Argentina. Ah, only Messi na bobo Argentina national team. Oh, Ghana should name Messi no so ona okofa samba na okase Ronaldo the good and Messi come on follow no.
That's why I grab on.
Legend, Bona gave something on Marquinhos Kakra. Then left photo no. So when ye pa Marquinhos no when ye pa ne star not to say Touring Express Kakra. Douglas Costa ne star.
Oh.
So call US no best no call. So Bona me ne star no. It is Douglas Costa.
Kakra.
Oh, legend. Oh, now they and Costa no win in your. Douglas Costa injury. Obi onim Douglas Costa beer him say injuries na affecting the career. And then no Douglas Costa Brazil for Nigili said at some point in time he was the most explosive winger no munya. And beating their national team nah. Don't forget to Opo Koba no asanso aba. This is Costa. Legend. So what for brand and friends Marquinhos na. Young talented player under 16, under 17. It tells you the kind of fate or my friends at Brazil crowd would win. Edu Gidi said such players no odo mo bantem. Because legends watch in recent years no bonse Barcelona be kono akofa Neymar akraketo na odinaba. And they say Madrid akofa Vinicius Junior odinaba. Look at the progression of Vinicius Junior. How and the development echo. And Edu being a Brazilian on also ti asese enne see one talent on also timi emerge e Brazil. I brought your friend Marquinhos, 19-year-old boy will lead under 17 over the say the next stage you know under 20 and Obabi lead you more. Young Kwani Kok Fanimra. Etimatum Bois Semahe, Leandro Martinez born winning Bopa legend boy in India. And wow winning Douglas Costa Bia, which is the movement in the BPR. Real Arsenal.
What fine.
I was on the movie Ache.
Team also on board champions.
Oh dear, Tabo say Onya Kati in a there's no way on for born internet. The whoever is watching, the very moment of Kati in her, or that's what Kati in other Tobas in her. So Kati in that's when you're full glove of the post. Oh yeah, down the born better net. When you bought too much and at some point the man manager and then say, "Some boy we say now." Barcelona first started omo scout yen kofa ne yenko by the time Barcelona for any bomb hono na Edu akwa pick a boy no ebia this season there what mean red team nim it is fine so what mean red team nim this season but at a 19 any boy na war born there give this guy all other things being equal legend man 2 years in the Premier League oni o man tenase o man ona o ma player na tenafo. Se body nya be din left foot no na so Kati in no nya balance. There is no way you can stop a brand friends Marquinhos. O see defenders in nya there. Legend, this is Santos player. We are Santos product and a legend on the neighbor Premier League no. Edu tinase. Enti let's wait for 8 my friends at Arsenal. No, only ball too much. We say the strength what to pass here. The strength on the ball, the qualities and the strength on the ball. The skill the pace, the movement, and then the technique in scoring goals.
Wait, video. Wait, editing to be now. You are both 6 months at Vinicius. We after 6 months, Vinicius.
No, they are Akawa Marquinhos. Legend, when you order so Kitabana,
3 million.
3 million pounds. Yeah. Well, unless you don't know Douglas Costa. What do you Costa be? When you Kitabana now, Ubebu answer a Costa reincarnated na. You did be artist Douglas Costa.
The Premier League number July.
Can start in your next match.
15 July.
Yeah. So legend, this is the player. No, only born about too much. And he, yeah, share the Kenya say the progression, no, the development in terms of adaptation. Sound no money na ebetimi akoye. So sound no money akoye pe. Abranti friends say Marquinhos no. You see a very great talent in the English Premier League. So legend, that is it. Messi form. Na legend Sibia.
You are signed.
Juve
as an Italian businessman, as a Divock original come Milan.
Juve business na o mo ye no. It's not one for Serie A. But what as you? Juve business na o mo ye no.
That doesn't want to free.
Oh. Juve business na o mo ye na this summer no. it's not one for the Serie A.
Champions League.
Oh, Chiratua.
It's too early.
Let's jump to the baby. What's a man? My country secretary. No, Obiabu data at all.
It's not for the CS. It's a move.
It's not one for
to win the Scudetto.
And you're too huge, too big. It will be too strong for the opponents in this Italian Serie A.
My team not too strong. Mo go for Champions
League. China no more. Legend.
But we didn't hear Naja.
And I can say. Juventus.
You're very old one. No, if you are the league fourth, umpire say, what
the Serie A is Juventus dares to look at any point in time. Serie A and the issue. Say Juve enya Abrante friend say and head Di Maria. Juve enya Abrante your friend say Popoba, and these are the two players at Juventus damn. Oh legend. Oh legend. Oh. Mr. Mo omode ne date mo too. Legend the say. What's my casa sim we say your dear friend say systematic failure, organizational failure. Me say players call Manchester United outmatimi ambo. The biggest challenge omunya is the system United. And to offer Pogba free Manchester United. The system Juventus is okay. Very fine. Offer Pogba a free ho. That's all the no koko PM the French national team. Angel Di Maria koko PM e the Paris Saint-Germain team no. You Di Maria o PSG. Etene PSG e ja Abrante first Di Maria.
Di Maria na under Herrera.
Di Maria ba.
Di Maria no ni Pogba ba.
Any Pogba wie. Di Maria almost done. You be confirm enche.
Di Maria say ni age
34.
From South America.
34 years. And the Maria ba, Poba ba. Near 10 say, legend data maker say, and yet one for the Serie A no. By Friday, I'll give you a big news on Nicolo Zaniolo. Nicolo Zaniolo. And the Juventus in penny for any AS Roma open discussions and almost 45 to 50 million euros. And the Juventus are proposing almost the 30 plus Abrante friends at Atamelu. And that will be the discussion between Ekopim Friday. The next star Abrante friends and Nicolo Zaniolo. And legend for Juve team now all better no. Let's not forget this thing. Let's not forget this thing. Talking about Di Maria. Talking about Di Maria. Pogba, Vlahovic. Let's not forget to say last season Federico Chiesa almost season because of cruciate ligaments. Chiesa training in rehab on Enchenoba. And to Juventus benya Chiesa. What the imagine setup? But
have that for no.
Yeah, build the team.
Okay.
Said delete coach Chelsea Koulibaly beba. Treno so to. Said delete Edwani Chelsea and United da. Kalidou Koulibaly about the Juventus. So imagine team now. Juventus build no. Chiesa, Di Maria, Vlahovic with Popoba behind these forwards. Imagine say Juventus are in the forward. Now Chiesa general left wing. Di Maria general right wing Obekati in. Vlahovic a proper center forward general forward one number 9. Now Popoba and they both behind these three forwards. Then Nicolo Zaniolo muti bench.
Hey, Zaniolo start bench.
So etina make a say it's not one for the Serie A.
Okay.
Mr. Whoever is listening, and just look at the squad. It's not one for the Serie A. Okay. And to Juventus, team now more better. No, I'm so much impressed. You empty for no my banner. Director, son of my bed, pick over from Fabio Paratici or Tottenham Hotspur. And it Giuseppe Beppe Marotta. I want to say Cherubini and Arrivabene. These are the managers and the directors of Juventus. Cherubini and Arrivabene. So legend, that is it.
Oh, it's a solid foundation. Okay. We'll just build on the foundation. We have a system in place. We just buy players that will fit into the system. And you cry. One of the best the scouting team, they're one of the best. Being headed by Moncada. Godfrey Moncada, and you cry the most popular sporting director in the game. When Magajo say, yeah, no, you did your central market. So what's the mission I say? By Ebejina Park, Neswa, ogofa more for ne ba central market for be share so to the mention I say the first thing is to build on the Serie A that we won last season.
Okay, to defend it.
Yes, attention the best shift here.
But the owners are coming.
Why?
The owners of the Scudetto.
When on say,
I'm saying they are right to lose.
They're more Scudetto. Imagine when you move to Spain, Macasa Dewi. The La Liga is being dominated by Real Madrid, and they are Champions League to it. So to the mention I say, the value of the Champions League, even though I respect league, but the value of the Champions League, one here, it will even let you spend 100 million euros on a 33-year-old player who was termed as Mr. Champions, names to win. So to the mention I say, it's a proper planning.
What's the owners of the Serie A?
And I say,
Champions League,
me just say Juventus. Catch them this year said they should bring 10 league trophies for one Champions League.
So are they the owners of Scudetto?
Oh, they have won it more. But the Champions League, yes, the Champions League makes
so number of the next step.
Oh, my God! We will build on it, and Samakacho said currently based on how the project started, any baby I drew nobody gave Ubitsetio Hernandez the chance to even excel at Milan, but currently he's the best left back in the Italian Serie A. Currently we have the best player in the Italian Serie A in Abante offense, Rafael Leao.
The best current.
Yes, and the most valuable player in the league. Rafael Leao, yes.
No, but as we speak, say Juventus bet on the later. He will leave for around 100 million euros.
But Rafael Leao is 150 million euros.
No, and they wouldn't pay for that. It's likely. No, maybe a legend. Likely said they let bring you 80 to 100 million euros.
Or level. Van Dijk.
One over Van Dijk level.
When Van Dijk was leaving Southampton. When he was leaving,
75 or so.
For 3 years ago.
Okay. But the latest trouble.
And then they play at 100 million there.
So,
but the latest is one of the best defenders in the game.
Oh yes, he's baby one of the best. In Tibet, ABR. 100 defenders. Which becomes one of them.
So I think at the younger age, yes, no.
10 days or more.
Younger age,
will be 10 best defenders in the game.
He struggled at Juventus.
At yes, that's not all your prospect, but
the late I struggled at Juventus.
Maybe about 2 for let's
do baby no.
But it's a huge.
Now, team and it's now no mama funny ball.
On swagger.
Because
checking the status.
When you watch the last 2 seasons of the Italian Serie A, over the last 2 seasons, and say delete the 3rd season. And born last season, and he's moving into his 4th season. What's that period now? You can mention a lot of centre backs that they have performed better than yes.
So no second choice.
So one person make a comment normally we na me chese see this na say am for until say no me jano for the future. The legend patch at you. Because we are making we see no. Some actually say Dele say likely will be to me a movie. Said the letter qua the Chelsea for your margin some ben and say 100 million euros no sika no sondodo. To be on the Timo Werner beka 80 million euros. Don't even forget.
2 seasons 8 goals.
Yeah. On betting me the Timo Werner account. That is the discussion. I call discussion about I want to say
10 million back at Timo Werner.
Legend.
How possible?
Legend. I'm Adoma Wachina and as I meet in the Becoso.
Okay.
And Juventus for position.
Like Yanko. Yes, start you coming.
Yeah. Now, me to see. Ana mende me tia we come interview no me ra ho kakra na me ra ho nyane se nipa na o kasa asem nipa na
this be a grown wodi
no so why no pay you analyze it you saw the seriousness in him or say master let's not be hypocrite men nyanya atwom yan kan no kore
the problem about power
no
come on papa
seems I'm not happy because no pay matete from the camp of House of Folk and I've listened at the camp of RTU. The thing say he should come and justify with evidence. The actually said was that you for both.
Not a number. You're more DB.
Because he lied. He even lied.
Also, when you are
yes, no boy. Until the 33rd week, Chelsea, Etnama Dims Koshe Mo Brokum. The only team now Koshe Chelsea Brokum was RTU. So if RTU,
it's not even true. They are not.
It's not even true. If RTU can win in Brokum, why can't they win Nakra?
That's how much I'm ambition. I don't want to ambition. Okay.
Yanko baby. I go see I'm watching. I go see do ye the chief executive of so baby any Go Stars. One bonus so cry. Cause you think I'm matching.
Yeah, no, but you don't go there.
Boko. Encha every studio hanging bro. Na yeni enkomo nwansa. Enra wa oni masemo a owura abet come e de atudwa. Na de ama nkrofo asomu ne se papa yi wo former executive council member. Wada teams akasia no Hearts of Folk wa epanyin ho Mediema 11 Wonders. Aduana Sisia ye kasemim safe no waja we deputy CEO Ashanti Gold. Or some matches were fixed, including match na on one team Ashanti Gold. Any baby, any boy. I mean, some way Juma Cassia. I say, me muti ye saying, and more fun na and penny forces say.
Tama, me that's it. And say, we can assume if you and our fair coffee. Because your body get rema. We told you a couple of music come out. If I'm not doing a work at next week, you know. Yes, I started because August, September, yes, I shall say. Mammy can't enter a chief for sale. You get the Go Stars club, no, a club, yeah, which I say, a club, but yeah, corporate image, you know, in year, yeah, yes, you me, I'm still working at the mines, right, as a senior financial accountant. Oshe Go Stars leadership now. 2 senior managers. The boss hired the finance manager. He's the president of Go Stars. The sustainability manager of the mines or a lawyer. He is the team lawyer and secretary on the board. Oshe Ojiao Yajebi. Muka Yewu Go Stars. Oshe the MD. The life patron of the club. That's a Go Stars team, you know. And yet team the structures and I say the abroad boy the interest of Go Stars and you say time if you team no cano uncle Pesikambe a club no the interest of Go Stars in the sense the beginning community the mining catchment area to share Western North in Jumana money ebeje ombenya Faswa Ghana Premier League entertainment. That is all. That is the CSR project that team no air. It's no team no ne team ye jano ajeje mu ti abeka se bia o obi a udi Juma Go Stars bia no obetini e de aye se bi enyoma e de enfata to say near owura abet come eka no. I feel say papa no okasa de but Go Stars din ade mu no one fan for you. Because
then a man about Go Stars doing what they didn't.
Meaning on there. So Omeki reference to Go Stars and then Ashgood last match, you know. By timer, me come to credit Ghana for say. Me question do I make a say. What must say? Sebi, me never finish. Me a Santini par left and right. Esieni poniba anime papa fi pantono manfi ejiso esieni pon ejuma otimaziana isi ma mi fi ejiso esieni pon
nana go best room
yes nana afani okesi ejiso mahini afami ndi agro ochaze because we learn this enemy Argentina sebi se me pe yes is a one party and cook one na burana
Obi pe bibi akokotoko ene na bro.
Debi. Sabi. Me club CEO say you Ghana lo. Me ni nua na ya poza me friend say me nua prekope otimaziana. Because me ni kobe ye kobe bia So now she was a metrani chain. So no, only but was a metrani chain. Said Majimiana. But the woman said, "Ya no, born a boy being no. Sama, me can you catch the boy is a talent. Me also in the game back could be or 4 or 5 goals be. Classically, me mentality. But we can go start bottom of dance part. Any the way of taking on the chances now. He says he's a player. I say, yeah, encouraging himself on your ball. Almost now Augustine Okan running the game against us program. He is that type. He runs where he stands well operating correctly. And goals are or share goals as no. How can you blame Gold Stars on that 2 goals? He had the ball and was able to take on the defender with a top speed. Or the ball at the name. Now he's a Gold Stars supporters. So Lusubo dance back is the own. And we say about comment on my Gold Stars see you. No make that dance back. No lose match and now draw match. No until they look on us. What I see now. You know me lose match. I get chance. I'm going to write a report. What I say because a corporate team. Now Peter Chamba.
To say there penny for ni biati na then as a club no more be fast because it's now moving from one point to the other, going viral by minute. About be Fred
my name is boss. You see only other team, you know, and they requested for the GFA ethics regulations, you know, and they saw it said some of this situation, you know, the ethics committee must take it out.
Okay.
So I followed that 1 or 2 calls, and I think said the ethics committee must take it out. That's it. Because your team in okay, me secretary to the board now is a lawyer. I'm now the sustainability manager. So he read through the man who said no, the GFA must take it over because of say it is unethical comment that the man has made. So we are all looking up to the mother body GFA.
Okay.
But we are also using the platform. I think they're also responding to the media because the media know one responding to them. It doesn't show respect to your supporters and their audience.
Okay.
So we also now responding to all media calls to prove that Gold Stars is innocent.
Okay. Kwasi yembensia edasi bibia ni ebesa babiem edasi pi. Right. Kwasi Adu, Chief Executive Officer of Baby Gold Stars. Zach.
The friend is saying the parameter original so they can has ne RTU as in say he's lying. He doesn't know the work can. Yes. One original the point say RTU and really away game into no. Okoshe has a and no kwa say Kome is a liar.
Oh no, he's not a liar.
No, he's a liar because one actually have won away game. So okay, we are seeing as RTU and winning away game that this season. And how the antiness of Kwasha has you've lied to the whole world because you have won away at a very difficult venue in Brekum. David Abana says I'll go now Brekum. How to won 1-0? It's a beating house in Accra. If I had to have won in Brekum, then I tell you Kwasha our class was do. Because Ghana, if you follow the league, one venue your name say match winning or winning in Brekum is difficult than winning in Accra. It's a fact that over Obianim. Open Venusa match winning to win a game in Brekum is more difficult than to win a game in Accra or Kumasi. They've won there. It's okay to ask them where now we just want to say.
Okay.
Baby, me I want to give you team because one he's part of Ash Gold. It's okay who they are Obianu because you are the deputy CEO of Ash Gold. So okay chance because one journalists were all over speculating say
was he still at post?
He's still at post. As I said, he's still at post.
Okay.
Like say on call office, but he's still the deputy CEO of Ashanti Gold. Journalists were speculating say ya no goes no mutomano, eromi ese mano. But based on the board and here some of the goals that you are not scoring, you can't question them because not going to be what ever to do. But on him, and tell me, okay, I want Chelsea Vienna a club so executive chairman Nana Kwame Safo executive chairman about one thing say he has launched an investigation into that game because tell how they consider those goals. So that game on 4 or 3 in that game. After that game, Nana Kwame say he has launched investigation. Because tell how Chelsea team know every game with 9 men without a red card, but only game with 9 men. So he launching
injuries.
That was the report that came to film. Or launching investigation to that game. Now, then the deputy CEO of the same club comes out and say, "Ampa, yeah, what first match that?" The organ of such as happened on first match, so he has confirmed the assertion that Nanko for was say, "Yeah, no go so was faced and was what. Now he's confirming to us say, on what first matches." The entire last time no say. Oh, what's what they are now? You know, Mukunta Koyano. Now you are ban the buyer. No, I ban the buyer. Bayano. He will know you also was it. He's just someone off or far away from the club.
Okay.
He's very close to the club. It's only a bit back and but to extend it to matches. Now we know.
And Jose actually has was fixed.
Yes, because they've not won any away game. Well, we put control.
Or say so say over ball as boy against Bechemno. Now they compare the umpire to you now. He has to be a catcher, and that nobody should be a hypocrite.
But we saw
was a can of quarry.
But we saw us against Olympics. We saw us against.
Ebiana and also
we saw us against Olympics. We saw that game.
Ebiana also come.
You see, I didn't know. Because I was lucky to be very closer to the Haas and R2 game. I was in Accra. I went purposely because of that game. Lucky to be to know all the happenings around that game.
Okay. And you need to come make
say if you are aware of what happened before, during, and after the game, I do know. Now as for what time I R2 for officers at the pier on some of money.
Say be nim the cause.
It was a very competitive game. Very competitive game. Etiabe come. Where there
Ose Abediaya come is still the deputy CEO of Ashgold. My challenge is that it is not Ashgold that is battling a case of match fixing at the FA. I say Obusa say Ashgold for no say I appeal. And deputy CEO so must fix a match. Now, what will be the fate of this appeal? Now, imagine you could see message will be the Bremen or page very early in the morning. Now, or say, me sure say be when you be. Albert Come's statement is a master stroke to cause confusion and rubbish the Ashgold ban. And TRC be seen a well-planned strategy. Be seen a be or how Betty will brofiasi. How could this statement rubbish a ban?
And you one about first match. Class in like that is what.
Now, so it doesn't because there's an appeal. Who are punished? Why you appeal? The man, I'm not at fault. And just because is that not counterproductive to the appeal processes? So the interview, why honestly? Ora Albert coming, okay. The man's good. Well, Abuchi crowd. You see, the air you say Ora Albert coming. Me sure say Omo Ghana and open nipa 100 American. I know him very well, very very well. In fact, he's a friend.
He told me sir, Ifri Garua, by Yaoundé.
Okay.
From Yaoundé to Garua, my last game in any Kumoro, so many in the same seat.
Very good.
He spoke highly of you.
Very good. He's a friend. And then no, it dates back bare 18 years ago.
Yeah.
He is a gentleman. I mean, if you know Albert Comey. Onya sabi womo kasa. Also we trigger happy. We make to jagu the make kamadi. And I'm still wondering why Adia Bema Wakoye sa interview I can't say way. In fact, I've been trying to reach him immediately. I mean, immediately. he has not responded. Say, I bet me team first no. Say, I bet journalists for adwuma ni bi no ma ye na na asem a wo nkae na om dia kwesha one then lo and behold the voice came. I say, I bet is that you? And because of 21. If I tell you the reaction of the GFA president, you'll be surprised.
Oh yeah,
it's a very close.
What's the answer? As if you've actually let the boy about you. As good ban. Yeah. Suspect no crown ama. As good appeal no. Higher than their mom no because FIFA so my idea pa must stamp authority or match fixing. Then there's an appeal. Now say uko jemu. Now say catch you say. Then this I hit a big issue.
Very close.
He's indicted to go after the heart of folk. He's indicted Domain and Adriana. And Kwesi was being nice. The Bieni Gold Stars is a big issue there.
The board of directors.
Who said company yes say I on go for am some more bokado. Nasa say mo ball no mo die be ko frafra we ma e be jai ball no you. Near the Sika, they say a community is a social their responsibility. Now, Yemvanko Boa community for because don't forget, say Gold Stars or more partners. Now, go fast started church was Cincinnati for an office match because social media. And your partners will be a big statement too. Captain Yanko. He's also a CAF match commissioner.
Yes.
Mr. Yaya Abekomi. The respect that I have for him, and on America, honestly,
what happened?
A true one, I'm very close. Very close to send the programs together. But then she's a baby. So I'm not material. First of all, you're more union space for most Abaso. I'm on an interview.
Space for Mumbanch.
My interview. Come
to win as Papa is
first of all, Madin Komaka with the clubs
in Vesa for so safe. Some catch up a committee. Omu in Vesa. Toma Pratia, moment to Michelle Legon City 2 Kumasi.
Asam Naba. So is it a matter of say
Bass
is it a matter of the Pado from and our Opeto or NB? And I say
almost started campaign saying for see you nema Abet Kumino.
Such
no,
but that's why you papa.
No, but sir is a gentleman that commit with my wedding. But if you are commenting, maybe I conference.
Oko World Trade Center here. Oma edu omudiama.
I
will not sit here and chastise him. Maybe
but statement no here discuss.
Sir, and I said the statement.
Okay.
Because you see you are not guilty until proven guilty. Maybe the wakano, maybe will be under his sleeves, sir. Obetuma provided. Your man that bems for the doubt no. Now you say, I said no yes can radio so so will be a cabin because all can't baby or Juma as a CAF match commissioner. As a FA ESCO member, former ESCO member, Wayajuma with a House of Folk, a big team in Ghana here. Wayajuma with Diana as a chief executive. Wayajuma with Mediama as a chief executive. Wayajuma with 11 Wonders as a chief executive. Waya as a deputy chief executive or Ashanti Gold. It is over all this and you're surrounding her. Mr. Two, many shows Obeka satisfied the Sebi.
So emotions can get the better part of you.
But emotion get the better part of you. Of course, why what
me was all my away.
Because the Bisa I will forgive you. Maybe I know a genuine error.
Or draw a conclusion based on that.
That was a genuine error too. But when it is that we say more be any hypocrite. Say now who can say ya dear? I say who be you? Many shows about come when you be on
one can say Misusu say was it that match was fixed. They fixed. They just say authority.
So it beholds on the clubs because as many house of folk and before Casano, they feel say they are going to take him on
Oh, sir.
So do baby I clubs now. You put your name into mad no. I said I could see Kasai. I think say omon come more than just Akasa no. Clubs don't come more than I say demanding a lot
first from
ethics committee. No. Of course, ethics committee want to obey. But I say clubs no logic complaints that come ethics committee ana. As the idea tools not be free say nyanwa.
As go to be an logical complaint.
And obi no kwai but so tools the clubs obviously seriously hurt because house of folk na make us no pan me hurt. They feel say one first of all they don't support the idea of match fixing. They don't do it. It is not in their DNA. House of folk, if you say even with any problem of my ball on the Cincinnati and we are talking about Hottenham, that relationship alone, no, because to Emma House of folk and Van Honko animal. And so say Obi Ebeka Ekasa for House of folk one. Not only to talk the club in general were good and mercy. As we so me feel say as a club demanding from Mr. Abekome say on providing the proof. And if Ebeko to the level say we be sue no crana, they have to do that. And in football, you know how we do our things. What club not identify no? First of all, you don't have to sit down for me to do it. Clubs don't lodge complain. Now if you compare Abekome say evidence that I want on famra. I want to believe say the FF no APK Ashan Gold case we are going to buy no. The FF themselves can also do it and do an extensive investigation and about question because no make can say Abekome there me fan say FF president Otuo nei ye can people no mudimu tinti my problem dey buy your ka ho I don't know what you to do nyanu akwa te say tinti my homa babia no okọ me sia no sunyane what I say babia no okọ bi oka ho and we ye say after that no match commission adwuma ya caf wo ye akofo na no dey you move from no you dey no ko share and it is all yes hard there na also betima aboa the system out by
bia na
so me surprise o ka say the FA president what I say me surprise the FA president e bia na reaction no na that of e bia disappointment or you know
or say I'm sad good night.
You see, because I'm sad. Or I don't know you.
I'm sad. Good night. One can say you.
So okay, I'm sad. Good night. Hey, na you don't go there crown or any.
Oh, sia.
I know be the one. No, yeah, because oh, say.
Asam say be do nya you.
Oh, go na David you. Oh, go na say I'm sad. So you know how. Then you are so right.
You do not anything. And then you dey some your mother. Wow, friend no say I'm sad. Good night. Tell me say baby, go be brem go be anka we kakra me say ba. Aba say di me ntiase.
Legend. See. Asem we ne Canada pa. Ne Canada papa bet. You better say bit me rubber be o see. Mr. Albert Komi. Baby free bar. As a football person. Asem we intimi nkotra definitely there is something that indeed push Albert Komi man be making a statement no but who bibi necessity bibi so and was a if one friend with immediate effects adia wo hu adia necessity so adia man can answer na o kan ye no because we dented the entire image of the league na ya na legend ya ba be ya best defender best midfielder best striker go ken ni amoma wo so no
kotokori wa mom di um
wa mo kotokodi ni amoma
ana o ze kakra kan o so league
o de wa mo kotokodi but yes we say a fra league in e be the league in general me asem na o kan ye no memi Kofi Acheampong de legend the mesra ni say F nim pushing because memi nim say the later part of season you know
also with the portfolio of Mr. Komi, and this is a brand here, PhD studies on sports and psychology in Canada.
Yeah.
Also with the portfolio of Mr. Komi, there should be with the portfolio of Mr. Komi, there should be thorough investigation into his allegations. It is not enough for the ethics committee to invite and investigate him. Maybe the statement from the texter meant he was betraying Ashgold in favor of the system. Going forward, we have to ask more from the GFA. Ashgold was banned because there were highlights of the game. All games, at least in the GPL, must have highlights for the public. It should not be difficult. It will help with public perception. This is a must from the GFA. Good morning. Okay. We not.
So legend. Baby, I bet come free by in terms of the football knowledge. Ni baby, why you juma esco member ni ade no. He cannot make such a statement, you know, without anything. Not was what I it miss. Me dear.
Or say, as the obviously he was going back to 11 Wonders, and the ending I didn't go for Kika. And what happened, you know, NMI 11 Wonders on the last day, no? NMI 11 Wonders and to me unqualified. But the Miami boss asked him go and say he mentioned a Diana 11 Wonders has been fixed. So in that case, Senko Kasa 11 Wonders match was clean, but others were fixed. And Anka we be
now between 11 Wonders and Diana Stars and scores in the question.
2-0. Also that match was also fixed.
That match was fixed in favor of
11
Wonders. Of which I don't know Kopek Sakla
go back to 11 Wonders. If they had
baby Nyan and say I bet come in your friend because I bet come in Juma was shanty good. This is the same club and yet see omo issue our appeals committee. You investigate omo for match fixing. This same match fixing. So season now your boy now as good yet you omo for sad no man no many nyina. Sabet come was there.
Debbie Omuye
no buy. And some na wa baba be kan say ano doesn't some confirmation to say no man no hwem no. In a way it gives a confirmation because he is still a director of the club. So the all can no cry it gives a confirmation. Data me person mo hwehwe me ni legend. Data me person mo hwehwe me ni hwe. So hwehwe me ye panra na me person me twa adwensi bibi so. Also be microphone ma me na me ka say Ghana football no sense me kasa na about 3 times. It's all about the sense of urgency. There's something at stake. 3 points in the end. Young compromise it. We can say a very good football to our supporters.
Okay.
And now shall not be person with 2 agencies are the so. I bet come say compare the game House of Folk in a boy, you know. To some extent, Obertina Sabian so bet me argue because a final game there and natural he said a bit motivate you. But the reality is that and your dear House of Folk any better me not a boy the level of football they sold to us. See about the real league now, you be real league now. Not see who do IG league. You would about top 4. You would already or you relegated or the Tobase. Compare the closing stages of matches, you know, league, you know. Compare that one to the early stages of games in Ayabono. Meaning so out here. Yes, starting season now. The competitive nature of games in Ayabo in the Premier League.
You decide
I say when IG league. And I will say Monsu already they are relegated. They have nothing to lose again. Omuko relegation.
Why do you punish somebody for match fixing?
But you get it. So legend. Baby, I bet come me free bano. One way director. Wako red baby in one who no ma akoso. Probably he tried doing something. Maybe on ukwa bibi ni sanka dope. I bet come me. Just maybe. Obi friend can be chere. Just maybe. Omokran in terms of sa bet ni sa correct squala no mutua no. Nenia hubi. Okay. As a director of Ashanti Go legend. Yeah, we are very simple. Minimum wire.
Menya information me say Alhaji Guza is not happy.
Wait.
And with statement and he's listening now.
Alhaji no call. Ebusuan FM Kodidi football administrators nyata.
Okay, saying.
Also they are all fools. Na ma league we sponsorship ni o.
Nyoma na different.
Na nyoma na first sponsorship be nyemi ni.
O ka say Mabo League sponsorship ni wa.
Asem na
a game be.
Asem na there be say asem bi ba na etwa bi na de bi ahye bi ho. Meba. So too. Yet ha. And a director of House of Folk. Interview. This is a director of a football club. And I'll say majority of Ghanaian Premier League clubs are survival on betting. Tio or say majority of Ghanaian football clubs are survival on betting. Elijah can be. He's a director of Accra House of Folk. And today I bet come I bet come as some can Elijah can be as some can pay. The difference is
betting any match fixing pay.
Now one go fix a match I bet I could bet.
Debut. Betting there it could be fixed from outside.
Or say T statement no make or say
betting could be fixed from outside.
Ghanaian football majority of Ghanaian Premier League clubs are survival on betting. We told you as majority of Ghanaian Premier League clubs survive on betting. It's a Premier League clubs no almost share matches no makucha no monyeska. Said the bay clubs no beat me at clubs no. Then somebody at Ashgood, somebody at Ashgood, Esuba will say, one. Or just to me, yes, matches of course, especially the last week of the Premier League. Last week of league matches, I boy no. Or say, as more kind of say, one. Matches are born in the last week.
I like to repeat no.
Oh, I like the quote from Abusuya FM. And you know, paper promise on or say, football administrators, Ghana, fools. So, Martina Hami about league without no sponsorship. Abusuya FM.
Osi Abusuya FM for ne kan. Osi Abusuya FM for. Alaji, omo si Abusuya FM for say. Una.
Oh, me ba. Ono me ma tin free Abusuya de. Me kan de na me kan. Enye se me suro bia.
Okay.
I've not fear anybody in this country. Football na ye no me sika na me di ye. Me Alaji Cruiser me sika na me di ye. Enti mukasa wa bi say me tie de na lord komika no me bu ofu me mfa le comedy na o kan ho Albert Komi ono Albert Komi we football administration wo ji akatua me ji akatua fro obi aho enti me na asam me kan ho asam
Lajiba wa booking visa din wo.
Oh, wa booking visa me fan ho. How many teams in our in 4 years or 5 years?
Ne dear man.
Ana me boa. No me nye tipe we me nua kramoni no ma bebiro o ha.
Obano no.
Me pese me be kasa.
Okay.
Ye nyina ye nye bibi o football mu. Still na the nanya football no and me a good investment and China nyame ya do ma me timi hwe team no ebinumu wo na wo so boa me na de na we kai no journalist bi FM na kai no say no I don't name FM bi afre me a beneficiary me be kasa
ampa
na wo mu bisa me say ya police ewie
sponsorship no
sponsorship no say you be starting next 2-3 months and I say you know okay including me yenina yenji ho say wa ho utie
adimi tie pa
yenji ho say me na opese me kasa nkwase afọ na ye go leak without sponsorship no me ka ho bi
okay
nti me ka ho bi asambia
okay
ansana Ghana ha jebel anokure na me gina won kan ma football fo na ye punish me a ye punish wo mu bi wo mu sere me a league be a boy me to league ni dini Sakora league. Sometymer Otuo
Kai ba Alaji na bibia na so e ka ampa me kai.
Se me jaka tuawo. This year nyankubo dawruma ansana atuma na manya free government ba government ba power me ya atuma me twi koko. Ana mebwa sika benya
sika benya na dia baking visa
na me dia baking visa no ade enti de na waka no say enye se sabi ye nyina ya Jimmy ye kwasefo how many years able league straight 2 years league without sponsorship
na la ka mbe de se ball no de adwuma anwo ye no and you sponsors new aka bejai ka be den
and I make and until I say sponsorship, send me my peppy, mania, every almost peppy, womania, and I'm a boy. But Uko Abuchira, you have sponsorship, some poor, sponsorship, any phone on the
Okay.
The enemy paying 58,000, I won't pay 58,000, and I wouldn't.
Umpa. Did Alajo see the come here can the own found? Was it
football? Yeah, Martino. Yeah, you know TV.
And
I know TV.
I mean, no TV.
Now, who say it's only my fixed match, and I did a fixed match.
And to a cast, I'm to Kim Face as soon.
Me, one pair to my year.
Say be obi person best sponsor Kim Face a grand or
ne ba ko no won tia se obeba be ye won tia se obeja se me ni sponsor susu ye bo
but ebi si wa good league na anima se
o se
ebi no si wa good league na anima se
wa good onu ani ni ma se wo didi wo ash good wo ke bi ma ash good wo didi wo ash good every case no mun yana team no wonu wo ko team ya
ala go say ethics committee in friend no
me de every no wo mo friend wo mo pa o mo jana me de I'm ready me match yi no wo television
there wo kanya Kim Face ade alaji your belief as a Muslim ni ade nya ade be ma sa ne ma no wa engage wo ho enti no Kim Face I out or can as onyi mu din frame
na has ye ne has boy o mu coach soon or say it's not happy say ya lose match no nkwada no say and o ko lose
nkwada na ye den
o say nkwada no sheda na ye o mu lose ye na 90 minutes ya team and lose referee the injury time no ye bokwana 3 the third one the koshogo na wo mu ko as say wo mu be investigation and wo mu ko lose against
11 wonders
o mu ye kom wo mu be lose against
Olympics
and son wo mu be lose against
RTU
na we me say dama me adwin mu apie o unim me na nza some fun we na me ka ho asa
alaji me dase alaji
one pair adwuma here yeah adwuma na football
alaji one pair adwuma nye oya adwuma oya CAF match commissioner
match commissioner nye football no na odidi mu one say no onye bi ndie
alaji edase pi alaji gruza em say o say nya de obesoso go fi one position
on so back
but we confirm your kind in terms of this
back and fight and the same as na me kind it's back to my point na
also mo yenkwase afo
it's back to my point na me making no I fan na larger can be Nigeria no say clubs no fixed matches please yes let me
betting itself and your bad depend on how we say no betting no betting your bad
a club cannot depend on betting to survive
yes now so tell me be at manjo
what's a club depend on betting to survive
good.
It's illegal
betting no what type of betting I know you na betting legal woman no you bet you but so me fa go house of folk no we people no twa bet all Manchester United needs not no win here
say I say I can say
one can say the club second base away almost survival because travel to England English league
and then individual no twa
it is better change
club was individual
club better go twa argument club better go twa
when he says that
club better go twa
provides as a club benefits
so then and let's go there near cause then almost part I know cause club is different from individual how do that supposed to
he said that nobody has proved the say as good benefited don't take us back to the argument obiano to be prove say entire lives omo benefited from what happened. That was the argument. When you not see clubs or Ghana, one benefit, they are surviving because of betting. How do you compare these two?
Abetiko me asem okan no mejotu e asem a Ghana ha edu bia no awoka enye bibi foforo the differences Abetiko me e occupy a role at a football club and waka
and the bottom line is that does he have evidence?
That is when he's being called. Mejotu that is when he's being called. Na ya frere na want me improve say na asem na waka na nye nokre. Say what the mention say. And mama on faton say mejotu mama on faton say yenya football administrators are bibi eye ekofa match fixing neba making similar statements which tarnishes the image of our league.
It was a match way, it was fixed. It's an emphatic statement.
Me say for somebody to say majority of Ghanaian football clubs survive on betting. Matches where your boy fixed games. Me who difference
who say article
na dey no go ball fixing to get money omo fix matches no mo boy no say e be kwa akutwa na yenye ska apart from no dey biem say what dey be chana say it's what I'm trying to say ni nyina asem tutu and the league na your boy no won say me catch you say okay say me catch you say the timing of the Ashgold ruling no yenwe league no mo go league no okay say me catch asem no ha say yenwe league no udobo say Ashgold asem no ba go league no. This is a deputy CEO of Ashgold. Tio. And all can wear any club on Frimo. Or the Ashgold account, or the Gold Stars account, or the Haas account, and the former club R2 Haas account.
The former club,
no, or the account. So
11 wonders. Adriana, House of Folk.
But me no me no tie. Me too. Me no me no tie. Yenim say the ethics committee will not cohabit committee. Say ethics committee and Fra Laja can be. I don't know what cohabit committee. And okwo ni sise
Abbas
Yegusua jawe
kase pa na aye normal say
na me
ba akwa ba sise
say
Ali Jara or a platform bi so
Ali Jara ben chemo
former House of Folk goalkeeper former national team goalkeeper Ali Jara na
kase pia bo shot to timi chi na ye mu bo no park ne so
ode nkra bia ba sise say House of Folk old players omu hia nyame ya aduma me do omu hia nsentwerofo
Ali Jara
ai one dia odiaba na omo won se mo beso omo ka na omo abo board ne management has on beso omo hia omo mfi omo nti
no players on
chairman ye ni ayi but Ali Jara na
o
yo papa minim omo positions in the minim
Ali Jara assistant the omo hia centrofo ewa Accra Sports Studio na maka on say no timing of issues just Saturday share na Abbas studio enijia na Abbas studio enra many Abbas na Kofi so what they mention say then enra na aha supporters when Nijem look at what Abetiko has done okay say me on say na make a say me sure House of Folk players na attitude na House of Folk as a football club should set internal investigation into the
Barreto na kata botoko.
Yes.
Barreto. Bruni Vita. Ondo mutake
da ni dati has kese wosre.
Ya bisa say na some no say bi kura anzantwa djuma no. Bi ano ni kwani di nkomo okukuo mu.
E dey obi are record one dey live radio interviews e gokom. We do ya ho hwe ye yo. Okukuo be.
E te bi o gazi bi o di nkomo na bi akwa na.
Be friend on air.
A friend on air. Ya obi e ti express FM.
So obi so fo obi say o match jama me no so ye dey fix.
Jama me.
Enye. So we say the logic na ya ma go go.
Say na dey.
Ya dey. So me egusua say House of Folk.
League di be yi.
Be House of Folk.
Ye league ni pa ne bo mo bo no. Eno bi na ye hwe no kwasiada no. Senkasa nyoma ne fi.
So me we dey we senior man. So me sa ne ma we nyina titinyina wo house ne connect pro man say me si wo. Ye be ka ye ntwe ma no.
We has a twin man.
The BBC ye kasa ya mo say has twin man kodes. Eti ade a
Controversies
Olympics yes.
Blue and white
me do be kra timi just ka bo ya chesa house kra na sa share no. bi ye twe o ye mo
You go go say.
say e nsem a no e nsem e ka gro no free titi nye na e hyase sa na bese bi kire say nipa e kire na adwene say ade we mi susu say ade we mi susu say de e ka bo no be wiwem
we do wa gaso susu
oh we do also
we were fix
ya anu ko susu we nan kunkuta bibia
what's your fix was susu
say police wajuma we say mo friend suspect nko ko to a nya suspect waka but oba mremu a e suspect so when you find evidence be am I
nti emfre no
nti mai
no cry the court near the crowd friend obetima ka say
e media bro kra ha we evidence be
ya fine no be
no ko sa no ane o ko no
obi aka to be ku e ma am ko court no say akwa no ko we ni dem no ha ma kra bi na capacity
on be ku sa anti azam wa kan about
we
dey percept e dey ngwase kase kan league no dey ha me kwa ni ahemfu no omwom ni teams no
so si
ahemfu akase mienu
ba we ni enye yi
akase
yeah dear me ya e league say dey ga has be ko confederation na go for drop free champions league ba ba tu landlord confederation eno na kan ye be hwe na ye be hwe na
no go kin kwasi magba ja ko to go league je to kwasi magba
of course I say about why specific with matches said you kind no so what the say and the man that gave you our no the goal king one of the matches of boy
so the first match gave him the two goals
yes
the perception
what proving what do I have to Azama working what proving you nya butre masa proving
enya ne perception
player boy ya you see na
what can we depend on
it so me
Azama waka nyina ye bet ma ka say your perception waka
but is it proving
so me ye hwe ye de confederation na gaja kefi na ko na ne mpanifo didi nkomo ya ne mpanifo didi nkomo se ekwan ye be fa so a ye be ko confederation no ana wodi we ya be bombate ye de ye num bi sei se na strike kan ne oyobi a na nke ye fighting back for house of folk but they see ade enkonkon ne ye hwe nti me ka se enkonkon ne ye hwe kire go see a mitimi nyina sam no so
okay
m1 for mitimi nyina so m1 bem but kire no ene be decide the asam no be fa nti ye de catch out of supporters say ye ko confederation manifo se o chase buru nsuo ntam anu ne ye kokko
okay
nti ye confederation a ye kono ye boaboa ye huye na Chinafi Champions League ni na betu ye ho a
na de na tinje obe free baby abi
ye ka fomra
se ye chewa na oba
na be ba esa ne ye bono
na o se ko abeda ba
wo be di obi be ba I am ready Champions League give on ready. Uno mo kwa bebo.
Me dasi.
Eti die kan say.